Alright, here we go. This is an order that I sent off to Beckett about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, probably the mid to end of September. I did the 20-day, which I'm trying to think. I think with them it goes by the date they put it in the system, and then with Beckett they give you a deadline date, which is when the order has to be out, or else you can file some type of appeal. They guarantee their orders, which is a cool feature with them. So these cards were cards that had previously been sent to PSA, or cards that I kind of looked at and I thought the odds of them getting a good grade in PSA from the experience and the standards I know of PSA aren't too great, so I just went ahead and sent them to Beckett. One, just to have them protected. I like having a protective slab on nicer cards, and two, just to kind of see where the grade would stand with Beckett. And this is a really cool Peterson. It's exquisite jersey numbers rookie to 28. And the corners did not fare well, but with these thicker exquisite sets, especially from the mid-2000s to late, you're going to see a lot of white chipping and corner, probably not as well. The iPad doesn't do the best job of catching everything. It does a good enough job, in my opinion. That corner's kind of dinged up, but this is still a really cool card, and it got a Beckett 8 with an auto 9, so not a fan of the auto grades. I know some people love them. It's a personal preference thing, to each their own on that one. I guess it's a little faded on that line right there. I don't know. So, and then there's a couple cards that Beckett did not slab, and the reason for this is they're saying a shaved edge clipped corner on the front. I bought this from a guy on eBay. I don't really know if it's shaved or not. This will go straight to PSA to get a second opinion. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm kind of relentless with it. I know it costs money for each grade, but for a card like this is the Spectrum one. It's a print run of 50, and it's a really sensitive set, and it looks really nice to me. I want to at least let PSA take a look at it in a bulk order or a different type of order of cards that are valued over $100. So it's a really cool moss. It's the new school Spectrum. So. And then the other card that did not go through was actually, this was a PSA card that I snapped out, and I sent it, this card's had a long history. I sent it back to PSA. It was a PSA, I want to say it was a 9 OC, so it had the designation of off-centered. And I snapped it out, sent it to PSA, and I want to say they gave it like a 6.5 or something like that. So I snapped it out of that. I sent it to Beckett thinking, Beckett would probably give it a pretty good grade. And they are saying the front right here is a shaved edge. I think it's just off-centered, to be honest with you. So I don't know what the future of this card holds. Maybe one more send-off to PSA in a bulk, which only costs $6. It's worth a shot. Try to get a 7.75 and go from there on it. This is a Fitzgerald Spectrum SPX. I'm a huge fan of this set. And this series of cards, this is one of the most sensitive sets I've ever dealt with, 2004 SPX. As you can see, the top right dented corner right there, very common with this set. The way they were manufactured, the foil, everything just did not align for good grading, but they're still really nice cards. And of course there's some chipping on here. It says Surface 7. I'm not sure if there's a crease by the X's. Sometimes that happens in these, but it's a really cool Fitzgerald, and it's out of 25. I'll just dump these out and make a stack. A couple more in there. One's really large. Okay, we'll start with this one. I didn't have high expectations for this card at all. I think I want to say either this was a PSA 7 or I just got it in the mail, and I was like, this will probably do better with Beckett than PSA. So. It's out of 55. It's the UD Premier. I like how it's got two different colors. The Auto 8 kind of looks shabby on there. It's off the sticker. I mean, to me, the sticker wasn't big enough for his signature, so you're not going to get good grades with Peterson in 2007. So that's your expectation there. This card just looks terrible to me. Like, I think you guys can even see that, even with that reflection light kind of blocking view. White chipping, looks like a cat just clawed the top of that thing for a while. It's a really cool card, and I wanted it slabbed. So it's still got an 8 Beckett. I was afraid this would be about a 6 PSA. And the reason I am biased towards PSA, and I think everybody has a right to their own opinion. from the thousands and thousands of cards I sent off and from the cards I've bought and seen slabbed, I think PSA's stricter, and I think their stuff looks nicer, and that's just my opinion. They don't have the gold slab, but I feel like they have the better quality cards in 9 and 10, and that's just my opinion, and I feel like it's pretty valid when dealing with cards. So this is a very cool Charles. He's hurt again, and we're trying to get him back, but still a fan, and this is a gold one, so these are not tough to find, especially with a 3-color patch on that one. And this is a Peterson Spa Gold. This one has a creased corner, like a crease going across it. It's tough to see because it's white. You guys probably won't be able to see it. I could try as hard as I can, but you almost have to see it in the light in person. But that's why I got 7.5 corners, or else we're looking at an 8.5. If I would have got 9 corners, it'd be a 9, but that's the what-if game. So, Spa Gold, it's got one color with some stitching. Still a cool card, 8, with an 8 autograph. This card looks pretty rough. It's a Rivers Spa 04 to $2.99. Single color on the jersey, edge chipping up there, corners on the back. Pretty rounded. I guess it's hard to catch that. So 8.5 there, pretty much what I expected. This one was a shock to me. I honestly can't remember. I feel like this was a PSA 6 or 7. And I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not gonna lie to make PSA look better or anything. But in reality, I don't know if they just missed this. This corner's creased right here. There's a crease going across the surface, and it's really tough to see. But there, I think you can catch it right there. So there's a crease right there. So this card is creased on the corner. The corner's still got a 9.5. That the validity of Beckett grading after seeing something like that is, you got to put it into question. You got to think for yourself on cards like this. The other corners have problems going on too. There's a little white coming up. I don't know how that's 9.5 corners. And this is a card that went in my favor. That edge is chipped up right there. See that? Edge has got 8 and 8.5. So they caught that. I think they missed the corner thing. The auto's a 10 because it's centered inside here. But I'm like saying this card doesn't deserve a 9, but that's what they gave it. So I guess you have to buy the card and not the slab sometimes. Exquisite. This is the debut auto Peterson with a 9 auto. White corner chipping, extremely common with Exquisite 07. There's nothing you can do about that. That's the way it was packaged. Foil, everything like I said before. The way it came out of the pack, but white chipping everywhere. Corners 8. Pretty much what I expected though. And it's out of 20. This card would stand 0 chance of a PSA 9. It might get an 8. This is a Roethlisberger SPX, and the reason I say that is the corners. So that corner showing extreme white. Even you guys can catch that one. Let's just go to the back now. That one's like almost wrapped up. There's white going down the side right there, and that bottom corner is even kind of chipped up a little bit. So to me, the corners are nowhere. Okay, 8.5. They actually caught the corners. I don't think the corners are even that good, but it's a Beckett 9. So I'll probably put this in the store for somebody. I mean, somebody will like it. It's still a nice card. It's just not mint in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. And lastly, badass Moss card. This is a Legacy Collection Row 2. So it's got a different pose. There's row 1, 2, and 3 from this, and then there is row 0, which is out of 250 for Moss, which is a very cool card from this set. This is actually 0.5 from a gem mint, and the reason I sent this straight to Beckett was there is a surface indentation scratch right there to the left of his. Right there, there's a surface thing going on, and the corners were a little bit rounded, so almost got gem mint. So obviously there's no gem mints in this order, but these cards are not the sharpest cards. That's kind of my strategy with Beckett at the moment. The stuff that I want slab, nice cards that look pretty rough or have gotten PSA 6s or 7s, just send them straight to Beckett. So it's a strategy. It's I think it works pretty well actually. So take care, guys.